It's 5 p.m. I've just done another 9-hour day at the office job I can't stand. They pay me well, so I have a funny feeling in my tummy that isn't normally there. A slight dread of going home to my one and only. I can already see him. He finishes work an hour earlier. He's on the couch, belly hanging out over his dirty work pants, watching a game show with his iPad in one hand, playing some video game he's addicted to. He'll get up to help me with dinner, which I appreciate, and then return to the same position. He's complained about feeling overweight, so the both of us have started a healthy diet. Every night we go to bed, though, he's on the iPad. He knows I don't agree with technology in bed, but doesn't show an interest in being intimate with me whatsoever. I've told him the lack of affection is hurting me, to which he says, "In the past, you don't want it when I do so. I've given up. Plus, our relationship is so good we don't need make love to validate it." It's true, I can be moody when it comes to sex, but most of the time I'm all for it, so I don't really get it. We are doing well financially, except we both tend to sneak bigger purchases from each other, which I know is bad. We own a home and do well at work, and are planning to start a business and a family within the next year. The starting a family part terrifies me. He is so ready now, but with our lack of intimacy, I don't see it happening. Plus, I feel like there's a big something missing emotionally with us. This will only get worse with kids, am I right? He is my best friend. We share everything and laugh until our ribs hurt. And it's been 9 fun-filled years together. That's my entire adult life. I can't picture a life that doesn't have him there. I try to talk to him about how I'm feeling, and he brushes it off every time. "You're looking into things too much," he tells me. He admits to being part to blame, yet won't change a thing. He just says our future looks bright, and we'll have cute little kids soon to keep us busy and make us stronger. There's also the fact he talks work, business 24/7 due to a lack of social life on his side. I'm an artsy person who loves talking real. But we've clashed so much lately, our conversations die within 2 minutes. He means so much to me. But my friends are telling me I'm too naive and a pushover. The warning signs are clear, I'm just choosing not to see them. But here I am on Reddit. Sometimes the advice here is amazing, and other times it's a bit mean, but I can handle this. I don't want to be unfair on him. He cares for me, cooks and helps clean, etc. And we have fun holidays often, but those are the only current positives for me. On top of holding on to 9 years of memories I can't let go of. Some comments below somebody said, "It seems that what bothers you the most is that you aren't satisfied with your bed life anymore." Being intimate is very important in a relationship, especially at your age. If he doesn't realize that it is important, he has a problem. My advice would be to go to couples therapy. It might help a lot in your case. If even with the therapy the problems continue, it might be the time to move on. But I really think it's worth a try in your case, if that's what you want. A commenter replied, "I agree with this. Also, you both sound slightly depressed, but maybe not expressing it to each other." I don't see red flags necessarily, just tired flags. Good luck. Someone said, "He has to understand your concerns and need to take steps to address those effectively for the sake of your married life and happy future. If he does not want to put in the effort, then it might be difficult for you to have a happy life with him. You have talked to him so many times and no improvement. So I would say he has to see an expert who can get him to see the things from the right way. Ask him to see the therapist or marriage counselor to see the things right. It takes time to get him ready to take the help, but you should keep trying for it. Show him how upset you are because of the small issues in your marriage life, which he can easily shorten if he wishes. Do not go for the kids unless you are sure that it is the right time." Original poster also share another story with the title, "My husband of 7 years is taking his new female friend on a nice dinner date tonight, and I don't know how to react without being jealous." 1 year later, "Before I start, I know that therapy is the best thing for depression, anxiety-fueled jealousy, and I am pursuing this. So my hubby has always had female friends via his work, and I've never much worried about it. I usually end up meeting these women, and they're lovely, married or whatever, and totally a non-threat. I guess I'm not always jealous over the last couple of months he's been working with the female mentioned in my heading. He's in a trade industry, and having a female in his kind of role is rare, especially in this small town. He's really supportive of women's rights and equality in the workplace, so he's kind of taken her under his wing, even though she works for a different company to him. He's fascinated by her, a woman who likes to get her hands dirty. She's moved here from another country, so she doesn't know many people. He tells me she's great at her job and she's really funny and a good time to work with. I've never met her, but I know what she looks like as he's described her a lot. My husband is work obsessed, so maybe it's nice he has someone female he can talk work with? He can talk with me, but after an hour or more, I get bored listening. So last night, he tells me he's going to his bi-monthly trade dinner. It's actually a really nice evening where everybody dresses up fancy and has dinner and drinks while listening to guest speakers. And he tells me he's going to pick her up and take her as his plus one. He usually goes with his coworker dude. He's the most trustworthy guy I know, but I saw red. He knows I struggle with anxiety and jealousy, and he thinks he's helping me get over it by doing something like this. They'll be out together late as it's a big evening, and I can't bear the thought of it. He often puts me second to other people's needs, and this is kind of a last straw, amongst other things going wrong in my world. He's coming home to get ready, dressed up soon. What do I say to him? I can't pretend to be okay with it, but I don't want to fight before he goes. Who is this amazing woman? And why does she get to go out and be on my husband's arm tonight? We're so low income that I'll be at home crying into my 2-minute noodles. Relevant comments. Somebody said, I'm not trying to add fuel to the fire, but why doesn't he take you as his plus one and let his new friend go by herself? Original poster replied, his argument is that I'm not interested enough in his trade and it's a trade dinner. But I love dinner and love him, so I'd happily go along original poster. Made an update in the comments. I thought I'd better provide an update. I'm sorry it's taken me a while, but the past few days have been a blur. So he went to pick up the woman for dinner, and as he made his way, she texts saying she can't make it. We had a pretty big argument about it when he eventually came home and he said, I do wonder if she thought it's weird a married man asking her to dinner, the poor girl. I said I'd agree with that, and he said, no, you're just jealous, but that's not unusual. He said we're special, and that she's just business to him. I know I need to stand up, but my silly heart can't fight him. I found out my husband and life partner of 10 years is gay. 2 months later. If you've read my last post, you can see we've had issues. I've had trust and abandonment issues most recently since we moved cities, 2 years ago almost. But despite the recent issues, I've always had this man by my side. My absolute best friend, my mentor, my travel buddy, my lover, my husband. I know we got together quite young, but I've never doubted he's the one, even when I've been hurt. I mean, what relationships don't have their issues to work through? My last post mentioned I found a photo of him and his Johnson, and it raised huge suspicions for me as he'd been hanging out with a girl a lot. Turns out she's no threat. LOL. I have to laugh because since he told me 3 weeks ago that he's always been gay, I've been in tears. Now, I feel like a lot of wives would hate their spouse for coming out like this, but I could see his genuine fear and hurt in telling me about it. He loves me and didn't want to hurt me. I'm the first and only person he's ever told. So I feel guilty for sharing, but our identity is hidden here. His choice to marry me was genuine. I was the only female to ever spin his wheels. Nothing boyish or manly about me, just for the clarity, Lekel. He's always wanted a big family and a busy household, but our choice to hold back on having kids, Hugh, has meant it's often just him and I kicking it together. I still love him. I'm hurting. I'm confused. He wants to stay together, but only if I change. Not to be a dude. But he doesn't see me as happy within myself and says, we won't work if I don't fix myself. He wants more friends. He wants me to be independent. He doesn't want to do things just us anymore. All the things I love, like our walks, picnics, bike rides, camping, flicks and chill. He said our marriage made him fat and depressed. He's now lost so much weight and is grooming more, etc. Anyway, that's some pretty grueling personal stuff. From the girl that's not supposed to tell a soul but is sharing it all on the web. I am also going to counseling and am seeing my doctor because I need help getting through this. He wants to make it work and promises faithfulness, and I want to make it work and accept it. I just don't know if it's worth going through a second heartbreak. We could last forever, or we might not make it to 2019. I'm so tired. Relevant comments. Somebody said, get out, original poster. He might be promising you faithfulness, but what he isn't promising you or even showing you is love. You deserve better. You didn't make him fat and depressed. That's very shaming of him to claim. and it shows a distinct lack of self-awareness and willingness to take responsibility for his actions. There was a post some time ago from a woman who had stayed with and supported her husband after he came out for years, until he felt ready to leave her and go date men. She took care of him, but nobody took care of her. I still feel her heartache. You can still love him and be his friend, but you are selling your life out if you remain his wife. In my opinion, of course, and I'm sorry you're going through this, original poster replied, "He says he feels love, but I guess we've only been adults with each other and never apart. There's a definite dependency between us." I know it's unhealthy, and the woman you mentioned above, I could see myself being that way. I've never felt such love. He hurt me, and I still love him the same. But I don't want to wait for him to want to leave for Mr. Right. I think a second heartbreak would end me. This is so very crushing. Thanks for your supportive words. Somebody said, my mom and dad were married 35 years. Best friends. Amazing marriage. 4 years ago, he came out. It's something he figured out later in life, and he struggled with it for a few years before telling her. They took a year to decide what to do with this new normal. They couldn't imagine being apart, but staying together would never be the same. It's been 4 years. This Christmas, we will all be together like always. Except my mom's boyfriend and my dad's boyfriend will be there too. It's been difficult for them to get to this point, and they definitely aren't as close as they were. It was a slow ripping off the Band-Aid, undoing their marriage. But they are now on the other side and happy again. I don't really have advice except to be brave and honoring your feelings moving forward. Wishing you well in your own new normal. Original poster replied, wow, that's a big one. 35 years. Would be a lot more to undo. I'm glad your parents found a new normal and can still be friends. I do hope that we can undo our marriage in a calm and neutrally beneficial way. We are both very quiet-natured people who, despite disagreeing a lot, are good at talking it all out without losing it. I can't believe I just typed undo our marriage without the tears coming out. Probably just too tired, lol. But I think it's for the best if that's the choice we make. For him, and especially for me, last update. Thanks Reddit for being my words of advice and support on a topic I am still temporarily bound to secrecy with. I've been having some great sessions with my counselor, and after a month of misery, heartache, and anxiety-fueled issues, I'm feeling much stronger today. But it's a hard road ahead. 2019 will be a bumpy road, but one where I discover myself and who I was before I gave my heart and soul to this man who broke it. We are still together. He seems to think that we will be fine, but I've been very honest with him and how I feel. I defended myself against him wanting me to change to suit his needs. We've stopped trying for a baby. One, because I'm finding it difficult in the bedroom now, and two, because the security I had is 100% gone. I told him I'm giving myself a year, tops, to decide if I truly want to stay. I also said I want him to do the same. If he does 100% still love and yearn for me and me alone, he needs to fight for me. If he's truly fully gay and not bi-confused, then I know this won't happen. It wouldn't be good for either of us. He's told me that now I know he's into guys that he hasn't felt into them as much, and that he's only been feeling horny and yearning love from me instead of his porn. He also tells me the crush he had has gone, and he's pushed that person away, but I don't think I can fully believe that right now. I guess mentally I've already decided that it's not going to work out between us. We're best mates still, so we can handle this being a slow process. Falling out of love while we slowly untangle our lives together is how I see the year going. We're about to spend our 2-week Christmas break together without our families. But his need for always having friends around us now will make it easy to get through. I'm finding I like having others around now, too. It's like my heart is hardening. I also worry that I'm going to hurt him if I decide to go. I know it's silly considering how much I'm hurting now. This is the most hecked outcome I could have ever pictured for my deluded, happily ever after. I'm still processing this, but I hope that him and I can both find happiness. I hope the hurt becomes easier to deal with, and I hope that he never breaks the heart of another unsuspecting woman again after me. Due to the fact he still yearns a normal family and doesn't want his family to ever know he's gay. But those are his issues now, not mine. 2019 is about me. I'm normally so selfless, but I have to put myself first now. Update. My heart is dead now. I hope he's happy he can use me until he finds love. Something I couldn't send to an old friend about my current 10-year-long love. So a bit of heavy crap here, but I still feel like you're one of the only people alive who really knows me. I'm in the most thick of depression and want to know what have you done to escape it? I feel suicidal, but I'm 30 and that's a stupid cry for help. I'm almost asking myself for help now. I'm meant to be an adult, but I'm lost. So now I'm feeling like I'm still 17 years old and I'm like, should I trip on the mushrooms I have dried from last year and just miss work until I find myself? Do I just run away from my life with absolutely no money and no safe zone because I live on the wrong island? Moved cities recently now. These recently. What do I do to escape the feeling of heartbreak, doom, self loathing, and utter despair? My whole world is caving in, and even though I have caring friends, I'm still so alone with what I'm dealing with. 10 years of life and love to find out he doesn't want me. He wants a man. I was self conscious, confused, and a mess when he found me, and in our 10 years, I've raised above and grown with him. I've achieved so much, and our memories have always been so happy and fun fueled. In this recent news, I've learned this means nothing. His love removed from me brings me to my knees. I feel hopeless. He's not kind in telling me his gay tendencies. I'm supposed to be fully okay and continue the marriage until he finds his true man love. I'm just his friend. The future plan of a lifestyle home, kids, pets, and holidays just dissolved. He wants a man. He knew this before he married me 10 years ago. How did I fall for his love this whole time? I am empty. I am crushed. I can't see the good in all that surrounds me outside of him. I can't face another day. Update. I live with my ex of 10 years after he came out as gay a year ago. I'm trying to date someone new. If you're anything like my friends, your initial reaction will be, girl, get the heck out of there. But it's not so simple. I work full-time, but my wages are not enough to live alone. At this age, all my friends are married with kids and can't take me on. I have no family here as I live in a different city. I could flat with university students, but at my ripe age, I know it wouldn't be good. So I live in my own bedroom yesite lounge in the house me and my ex-hubby rent together. The thing is, I'm finally hitting the dating scene. The guy I've started seeing knows my story and seemingly doesn't mind. But deep down, I feel like it may be damaging things. He can't ever come here, and I have to drive out of town to see him. My ex has been dating since July. He has a steady boyfriend, and to my disgust, a girl he fools around with too. I'm over being upset about that, but I know I'm never going to truly get over it while I'm stuck here. Rent in this city is insanely high. I could live in a small turd box with no money left, or I can live a comfortable life here in this emotional prison. I can't weigh it up. I know I'm not moving the way I should be while I have to see the ex every day. And if I was my new date, I'd be slightly uncomfortable knowing he lived with his ex. Even if she were gay. Financial ruin or never moving on? I'm trying to get promoted at work, but it'll take time and a bit more of my soul. I could move back to my home city, but all my friends and my new date are up here. And my job is the first job I've ever liked going to, and I don't want to lose that. I don't know if advice will help, but any is appreciated.